Okay, welcome to, well, Brazil. We've flown from Salvador to Rio de Janeiro. Currently in a lovely kind of cloud surfing moment here. Got some question marks over there. You can even do cloud spotting in this game. So basically just kind of gradually going to go below this cloud layer and then just do a standard ILS approach. But I thought I'd start the video because, well, yeah, bit of cloud. It's always nice, isn't it? Oh, re-rendered clouds there. Not so cool. But you know when, as soon as you go into the clouds, it's going to get bumpy, so seatbelt sign's going to go on. There's 8,000 feet, so you can actually seatbelt signs on, landing lights and taxi lights on. And I'm going to activate the anti-icing, even though it is 25 degrees, so it shouldn't be icing conditions. So now the plane wants to slow down. We've got 16 miles until Gigso, which is 7,000 feet. So that's going to be okay. I'm just going to throw in the flaps there. Bomb is at 6,300, so basically I'm trying to level off before then. Have we gone into the cloud yet? We still haven't gone into the cloud yet. This is an exciting approach. So approach mode, probably going to activate that at Gigso. Let's do it now actually. Activate approach phase, so that's now bringing our speed down to clean speed, and then the flaps 1, flaps 2, flaps 3, and full flap speed. Full flaps landing, so just normal. Don't need to press any of these GPWS, ground proximity warning system buttons. Those are off. Seatbelt sights are on. Overhead panel, let's get a little bit of brightness, because, yep, there's the cloud layer. Well, I missed it. That's annoying. So we're now in the cloud. This is our life now. So there's 6,300, so we're not going to descend below this altitude at this point now. We're basically just going to hope that... Oi, what's going on here? This is very bumpy, isn't it? Look at that. Speed is all over the place. Got speed brakes up. I think this is a pretty bad storm by the looks of it. Well, that's good, isn't it? That's what we wanted. Oh, just a little bit out of the clouds there. There we go. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, lovely. Let's put the constraints up so we can see the actual constrained altitude. So we've got 6,300 and then 3,300 by the next one. So I will program that in. Let's put flaps 1. So that's going to be about 200 knots approach speed, so that's okay. That's a good speed to approach at. Pulse brakes too low. Let's check the weather using VATSIM, so .METAR SBGL. No such weather profile. Let's reconnect. .METAR SBGL. No such weather profile. Okay, that's no good, is it? So we've got here is 9 knot wind, 2420, 1017, so medium high pressure. Dive back into the clouds now. Holding 6,300 nicely. We've got flaps 1 set. Speed brake is still up, we don't actually need that anymore because we're actually at our required speed there. Still kind of going in and out of these thunder clouds. So you see quite dense clouds really. So now we should do a left turn to insert the localizer, so I'm hopefully going to pick up a localizer track sometime soon. That would be grand. Just going to be looking out the window. So there's a left turn now, so we're just going to fly this as automated as we can. The more automated, the better for this kind of weather anyway. Unless it's super turbulent, in which case pilot's instincts can sometimes actually be more useful than the aircraft's attempt. That's all good. Cabin crew landing.
Please prepare for landing.
6,300, so we're still kind of in the upper cloud layer now, you can see, because the sun's still coming through nicely. Delta Airlines, obviously a very well-known Brazilian airline. Lots of domestic flights in Brazil. Not 6,300, so we're about 20 miles out off the runway, hopefully. should be about this point. I'm going to program in 3,300 because we haven't actually got a localizer or a glide path yet, so that's going to be our next altitude. So 3,300, and that's at Egbat. I'm going to program, I would assume, another 3-degree glide path for a 10-mile long straight here. I'm assuming this is about 10 miles. And popping back out of the clouds again. 190 knots is quite okay approach speed for this part of the approach. Okay, so now we should turn left with the localizer there. They've got IJB 110.5 programmed in, but we're probably just out of range of it, so 25-mile range is probably maximum. And that is about 20 miles to the runway, so I'm assuming there's a bit of terrain in the way or something similar. Let's put in 3-degree glide path. That's happening over on the right here. So you see we're starting to descend down, coming in through the clouds. Let's do a 4-degree glide path, 3.5. 18 miles, so we should be just below 6,000 feet really. There's the localizer, so I'll on that. And we're basically just going to hope that the glide path comes up soon. Probably going to be too high. Let's do a 4-degree glide path and put some speed brake in. So set water brakes to low even actually, that's better than actually it's supposed to be. So 5 miles to Egbat at 5,200. Flickering screens there, which is going to be annoying. Now we're in the peak super, complete fog. Not sure if there's rain or not. You see we've got some scratches on our windscreen that we need to fix, but that's okay. So there's the glide path, so we're way above. Let's try and catch that with 5 degrees. And full speed brake. 1710 is the next one, that's going to be allowed. So we've got 1700 in there. Let's do, do the gear down. We can't do flaps 2 though because we're nearly above that speed, so we need to just get below the glide path, reduce my rate of descent so that we catch the glide path from underneath, because aircraft aren't designed to catch glide paths from above them, so we have to kind of get below it first with descent rate, and then we can wang it back in. Just keeping an eye on that speed there, so 4 degrees, I can just about see the ground coming into view now. So coming in over Rio, over the city, and then onto the bay. So there's the glide path, just about to pass through. You can see the runway now at this point, so we've kind of come out of that thunderstorm. So now that that's the glide path there, let's reduce it to 3 degrees. Click approach mode, that's automatically engaged the right modes there. We're 10 miles out. Cat 3 single, do we need dual? I'm visual with the runway, we don't need dual. We're coming in 200 knots over Rio. You can see the sheets of rain kind of falling out of the sky behind there. Very nice graphics in this game. Not really scenic, there's not much of Rio to be seen at the moment. This seems to be in a bit of a thundercloud. Apparently that is actually how it's supposed to be, especially the last week. Let's do gear down. It's the landing gear coming down, and we'll do flaps 2. As soon as we get below there we'll do flaps 3 and then flaps 4, so we should be fully determined, fully stabilised for a 5-mile final. Spoilers need to be armed. Outer marker 180 at 7 miles. Flaps 3. Over the slight hills of Rio. Flaps full. Fully configured for landing now.
1,000.
So let's do some hand flying from this point. Okay, slightly reducing that speed.
1,000.
Looking out the window, using the flight director at this point as well. We've got a 5 knot complete headwind, so this should be absolutely wonderful. Though I'm expecting some turbulence due to the weather. A bit of rain coming, stormy weather. Loads, pull up. Go. Entering the bay now. Just about to see the Christ the Redeemer hill on the right hand side here. Somewhere over there it is. There's the runway coming in over the shipping containers. It's quite good actually, that's very realistic.
100 above.
100 above minimums. Looks like a landing's going to happen, that's fine.
400. Minimum.
Yeah, landing.
300.
Ooh, turbulence there on final. Coming in over the water.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Versus green. And there comes the rain. 80 knots. Reverse is off, manual braking. Flaps up. Spoilers off. Let's vacate the runway. Microsoft did a fantastic job with the textures on this airport. As you can see, all handmade, amazing. Smash the fuel truck. I want to go on the nice airport bit here. With these cool architecture bits. Really at this point not using taxiways at all, I'm just going for it. Just gun it in. This one here. Alpha 7. Is that Alpha 7? 47. There we go. Parking brake, engines off, and let's connect to Jetway. Oh, this screen always annoys me. Jetway, power gates, baggage, power gates, baggage. Click. Here we go, Mr. Jetway. Wunderbar. Yeah, it looks reasonable. It's a good airport, isn't it? It looks a bit steampunk. I like it.